All right, Coach, just start off opening statement.
I mean, I think a pretty good game for us. Obviously, one that we needed. We needed to get ourselves on the winning side of things, and I thought we did that tonight. I thought we had some really good possessions. We had some possessions that were tough ones for us, but I think overall it was a good, solid home win and a good stepping stone for us.
What's this win? What's this win feel like now that you finally have like a win under your belt?
Yeah, it feels good because we've been obviously we've been working really hard. We've had the injury bug, we've had all these things, obstacles and blah blah blah. But we've been staying the course. We've been sticking with our process, doing what we do. So it's nice to see the young ladies get rewarded for the effort that they put in, particularly over these last 2 weeks.
Yeah, these last 2 weeks I know have been like a bunch of up and downs. From us talking, like to see it all culminate tonight, like what's that? That's got to be.
Yeah, it's a step. It's game 6. Of at least 30. So it's another step in the road. But to be able to come together, get a little lead. NJIT made a nice run in that second half, tied the game, and for us to maintain our composure, make some big shots to keep the lead, and get some big stops. And to win the game on defense is always nice.
What was the message in that final media timeout? I know I heard you say stay consistent a couple times. What were you trying to get?
Well, we needed to stay consistent with our defensive mentality because we knew what they were trying to do, and we wanted to remind them of the game plan of just being consistent with what we wanted to do defensively, making sure that we get the rebounds. We had a couple. I mean, they scored with 29.5 probably on the shot clock at least 3 times. So credit them for their composure, but. We get a little anxious sometimes. I want to make a play, and in those last 10 seconds of defense is when you need to be even more disciplined than the first 20.
Yeah.
And that's something that we have young players that want to make plays that are starting to learn.
Yeah, and describe that fourth quarter for me. What went on in those last 5 minutes?
Yeah, I mean, I thought that we sustained their run. We put them on the foul line, obviously a couple too many times in the fourth quarter. Had some breakdowns and just some tough calls, but. I thought we maintained our composure on offense. I thought, obviously, May stepped up today and made some great plays. Rafi. We didn't shoot the ball overly well, but we shot our free throws extremely well. Yeah. And we rebounded a lot better today than we've been.
Yeah, I mean, May's composure seems to be really impressive, and it seems like spread to the rest of the team. Like, what are you seeing from her specifically on the composure side?
Yeah, I mean, we see it from May every day, and we've seen it since she stepped on campus. I mean, what you're seeing now is just her being comfortable with what she's doing, her being comfortable in her role, her being comfortable in our system. And it's a byproduct of the hard work she's put in since the season ended last year. So none of this is a surprise to any of us who watch her every day, but she's certainly playing confident right now and certainly wasn't afraid of the moment tonight.
Yeah, obviously you saw this side of her when you first saw her, but now she's starting to see it for herself a little bit. Is that fair?
Yeah, she's just been doing a great job. I mean, like I said, she's not afraid of the moment. May's going to go out there and she's going to battle. She's going to defend. One of the better players on the other team. She's going to find her shot. You're not going to see her force a lot of things. And some teams are going to forget about her sometimes, and she's got to make them pay, and she did tonight.
Do you think the team feeds off her composure a little bit? Like if they see her, even killed, that they can be even killed too?
Yeah, I mean, it definitely is contagious. There's no question about that. I mean, I thought we held our composure tonight pretty well, particularly when they were making their run. Yeah. And I think that's, every one of these games, like our non-conference games, that you get put in situations, and I like when we get put in different situations like this because that's going to help us in the MAC.
Right.
Because we'll be in all these situations again. So the more different situations we can have, the better.
What was the key for them to get a run and really come back from being down 11?
Well, I think that they got the ball into the teeth of our defense a little bit and we fouled. I think, they made 2 big threes and then we put them on the free throw line.
Right.
So, it was their aggressiveness, but it was also our being a little bit careless on defense.
Sure. And I know you played Sue, Anna, Victoria, all on Evans. Which one did you like most on Evans?
I thought they all did a good job. I mean, obviously Vic's probably the stronger of the 3 to hold her ground. Sue being long and tall. I think that bothered her a little bit, and Anna being a little bit quicker. So they all can do different things to hopefully disrupt. She's a great player. She's been around for a long time. I've been watching her since high school, and she's a terrific player. And when she gets deep on the block, she's pretty tough to stop.
Yeah, I mean, I like seeing her and Vic go back and forth a little bit. Yeah. Just talk about also how Sue's confidence has is that the one thing holding her back a little bit?
Well, I think you saw pretty confident Sue today. I was really pleased with her minutes today. And for her, it's a daily process. I mean, she's feeling really good. She's as healthy as she's been. So now, again, for her, it's the reps, it's the game speed reps. This has to be her season high minutes, I would think.
Probably, yeah.
But the game speed reps, her being in big moments today and making some plays, I think is a really good thing for her.
Yeah, last question, for me at least, but in the earlier minutes of the game, were you upset about the foul trouble, the fouls that weren't being called?
No, I mean, it's a contact sport. It is what it is. You know what I mean? I mean, sometimes you get calls, sometimes you don't. As long as we keep battling and we don't let it get into our head. It's my job to get mad at the officials, nobody else's. You know what I mean? But I think that we did a good job. I mean, we kept our composure. They were spread out. Luckily, we didn't get anybody really in foul trouble. Vic picked up that second one, but I thought we kept our composure pretty well. We haven't had that many offensive fouls in a while, but. We're cutting hard and we're playing hard, and they were playing hard, and two good teams going at it, and sometimes the whistle blows, sometimes it doesn't.
Actually, I did just think of one thing. Is Maya's injury lingering a little bit? I know you said it wasn't going to be that bad, but now she's been out 3 games.
Yeah, I mean, she's not playing yet, so yeah, it is lingering a little. Yeah. Yeah.
Awesome, thanks.
Yeah, got it. What else you got, Norm?
This season, rebounding has been, an issue that we've really talked about. Rafi tonight, 7 offensive rebounds.
Yeah.
Can you just talk about that effort?
Were they all her own again? Or did she get somebody else's misses? I'm just kidding. No, Rafi does a really good job of going from one side of the basket to the other side of the basket, and she can pogo pretty quick. So she's starting to understand.
Did you say pogo?
Pogo, up and down, like pogo. So she can get up and down pretty quickly, and she's starting to read the ball off the rim a little bit better. And the best thing that Rafi does is she always goes for the ball with 2 hands. You see a lot of rebounders want to tip the ball to themselves, or they just go one-handed. Rafi always goes with 2 hands, and when you go with 2 hands and you're as strong as she is, you got a pretty good shot at getting it.
Okay. Actually, now I just see this number.
What do you got?
Lanesia drew 6 fouls.
Did she?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's got to be impressive.
Yeah, I mean, they were tagging a lot of our guards. They were trailing on all cuts. So when Nay was getting tight to the rim and being able to go downhill, on a tight curl or something, she was taking advantage of that and made some great plays. And I think she had at least 2 and 1s probably.
Probably, yeah.
So she got to the rim really well tonight. And again, it's reading the defense and taking what the defense gives you. We want to be versatile. We want to be able to score. People have played us a lot of different ways this year. And the more ways that we can have people step up, regardless of how people are defending us, the better off we'll be.
Awesome.
And then the other thing was, the last 2 games, fast break points have been an issue.
Yeah.
You really didn't have that out of NJIT today.
Yeah.
Do you think that this is a style of play that fits better with this team?
I don't know. That's a good question. I don't know. I mean, I think every game is going to be different for us. I mean, I think we've got to be smart with our numbers, but still be able to put pressure on people and still be able to get up and down when we need to. I thought we got a couple breakouts today, but we did a better job not giving up fast break points as well. We've been putting an onus on that in practice, obviously, is making sure that we're back and set, because I think we can be a pretty good defensive team if we're back and set, and whether we're in man or we're in zone. I think we've got particularly our perimeter defense and the size inside to become a good defensive team.
How does it feel to finally get a win under your belt?
Well, it feels good, especially at home. This is something we were working for all week, so it feels really good.
Yeah, it's been a up and down 2 weeks. You've had some of your worst games, your best games. What does today feel like?
It just felt good. I just know how to get back in the flow of things, stay consistent and help my team, because that's just how we win. Everybody scoring, everybody doing their part.
How are you able to stay composed, in these big moments? Coach is saying you're not afraid of big moments. I know you're not afraid of big moments. So how are you able to stay composed like that?
Just a maturity level. This is just something I have to do sometimes. Just stepping up to doing it and not being afraid, feeling nothing.
Yeah, and I know you do a lot of mental prep work, and stuff like that to get your mind right. How have you grown from last season to now? You seem a lot more comfortable in this system and this offense, everything else.
Yeah, I just seem getting comfortable, finding a routine every day, working with Rafi outside of practice, getting the routine staying together, with the team and stuff has helped me a lot.
And how are you able to draw fouls so well? I mean, you had 6 drawn fouls for that. So how are you able to draw fouls so well?
Just great contact. I don't know this point, I guess.
Yeah, you seem a lot more comfortable, a lot more mellow in these big moments. Would you agree?
I always been like that, but I try to like keep composure because you have to move on to the next play, next game, whatever. So don't get like stuck in the moment, but do cherish the moment.
What you said?
Do like cherish the
Sure,
moment.
sure. You know, Rafi, how about you? Like, you know, with this win finally, like, you know, coming, does it feel like all the puzzle pieces were like really put together for this one?
I think. Wait, can you repeat the question? Sorry.
How do you feel like the puzzle pieces came together for this one?
I think we've just been after each game learning from like what we did wrong and our mistakes and stuff like that. So we just able to add that together and work on it in practice, and we executed today. So that's good.
When they eventually cut back your lead, what do you think was the catalyst for their comeback?
Wait.
What do you think allowed them to come back from being down 11 to end the time?
I think at halftime they like changed the game plan a little bit, and then we just had to adjust to that and just get back.
What was the message at like halftime?
Just keep the foot on the gas, keep going. Like we got the next 20, we got to pretend like that first time it didn't happen. Just keep going.
Yeah, late in the game, there was a lot of like back and forth. How were you able to stay composed, in those big minutes?
Just try to rely on my team and just like take a deep breath if I am nervous or worried about something. Just focus on the next play.
Yeah, and we saw a lot of players guarding Kimmy Evans, I think it was really Anna, Victoria, and Suf all got on her. Which do you think impressed you most when guarding her? Because I know she was a big focal point down low.
She was very physical, so we just had to match her energy and then just kind of play to our strengths in the paint, and so we tried our best.
How do you think Suf did specifically down low? I know she's had this was probably like her most minutes in a game this season, and she was on Evans for a while. How do you think she did?
I think she did really well. She adjusted to what we needed to do, and she forced her to turnovers. So I think she did what she had to do.
What do you think she needs to work on, like going forward now?
Just keep being confident and working hard.
And yeah, that's all for me.
For you individually, 7 offensive rebounds. What is that focus like going to the offensive glass, especially when that's something that this year has been a little bit of a struggle for this team?
Just kind of pursuing the ball. Coach always says the play's not over until it's in the basket, so just kind of with that mentality and any way I can help the team, just try to do that.
All right, and then going out and scoring, is it something where every time you're touching the ball, you're looking for your shot first, or is it part of just going with the flow of the offense and trying to, take shots whenever they happen to be there?
It's pretty much like knowing my shots, not really looking for my shots. Going through the plays, like we have plays I know where my shots are at. So I wouldn't say I'm looking for my shot first, but if I know I have a shot, then I'll take it. But I'm looking for my teammates also and everyone else in my shot.
All right, and then, with the changes to the starting lineup, obviously coming into the starting lineup now, along with Jess, can you just talk a little bit about her play, being the point guard and being in control of the ball?
Playing with Jess is pretty good. Like she brings energy also, so like that helps us a lot. She's talking, and even though she's new, she's learning like new things every day, and she's growing. That's really good for her, and it's helping us a lot. But she's able to put points up, get defensive shots, and rebounds.
Yeah, I was gonna ask about Jess. How big was that 3 that she hit late in the fourth quarter?
It was really big. Like that was a big shot and like a big moment, and that was something that we really needed, and it kept us going.
Is that fair to say that boosts your confidence a little bit? Put you back into the driver's seat a bit.
Yes.
Awesome.
All right, and then just defensively overall for both you guys as a team, it's something that's been really strong this year and really like holding teams down to below where they're normally at. What do you think it is about this team and the way you guys play defense and the mentality that goes into it?
Okay. I would just say we work on it constantly in practice, and we just kind of been building that mentality of just like keeping people in front of us and just playing team defense and relying on one another. So we're just really buying into that and trying our best to help one another out, if we get beat, and just being in the gap system.
Like trusting one another. Like that's something that we've built on a lot. Like relying on like that. It's our post players, guards, keeping out the middle and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's helpful. Thanks, guys.
All right,
Thank you.